Everything that's happening in the world today is a prophetic preparation just in time for the end of time.
It's all a show. It's all planned. The world is the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome. You have a front row seat to the great reset.
At this pivotal moment,
The top political leaders are the ringmasters.
Excuse me?
Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump.
The real old-time ringmaster could make a poor show into an entertaining performance. The other politicians and technocrats have a role to play. The show started for us in 2020.
Under the Operation Warp Speed.
Although it has been in progress for decades.
A new world order.
And thousands of years. Each ringmaster unknowingly carrying out the plans of the Antichrist.
The war of words between President Trump and Dr. Anthony Fauci is heating up.
Act 1. The plan. Look over there. Nothing to see here. Did you think we wouldn't notice? Coming attractions. Did you think we wouldn't notice?
Folks, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. The great and boss has spoken.
We've achieved under the Operation Warp Speed our historic initiative to develop, test, manufacture, and deliver a vaccine in record time, and that's what it is, in record time.
He was hoping for some magical solution, and he even used those words.
Act 2. The Fleabag's plan. The Fleabag plans to watch you with his fireball outfit everywhere you go.
Stargate, it kicks off with an initial $100 billion with plans to grow to $500 billion over the next 4 years.
Sideshows. Get your fried insects while you watch. The Freak Show.
They shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay.
Featuring some unnatural disasters.
Strong winds and bone-dry conditions in Southern California helped fuel the flames of 2 new wildfires.
Hey, aloha guys, Eric West coming to you live from Lahaina Luna neighborhood, Maui, Hawaii.
A river of aluminum going down the dirt hill.
So this is the aluminum rim, obviously. There's the tire, what's left of it. So you have liquefied aluminum running down the side of a grass fire.
Compliments of geoengineering.
Tonight, Western North Carolina is reeling from Hurricane Helene's deadly wrath. In the city of Asheville, streets are still underwater.
Tonight, after the most tragic trial by fire Southern California has ever faced, now a new threat. The rain, cutting off roads for fear of landslides.
What? Too much water? How about this? Compliments of geoengineering.
Soya-based dietary supplement designed to fight malnutrition. Little has been obtained today, may easily be stolen tomorrow. A vicious circle of dire poverty. The ambulance arrives in time. For now, little Tapasua will live.
How do you like the plan so far?
You can basically do anything with synthetic RNA, DNA. It's like a computer program. So you can turn someone into a freaking butterfly if you want with the right DNA sequence.
Oh, really?
So, I mean, caterpillars do it. Digital superintelligence, I think, has the potential to be more dangerous than a nuclear bomb. So it's not as though the advent of AGI is necessarily bad, but it's bad as one of the possible outcomes.
Uh-oh.
Ray Kurzweil reportedly said, "I and many other scientists now believe we will have the means to reprogram our bodies' Stone Age software so we can halt, then reverse aging. Then nanotechnology will let us live forever. Ultimately, nanobots will replace blood cells and do their work thousands of times more effectively. So, we can look forward to a world where humans become cyborgs with artificial limbs and organs."
Here's another very telling article titled, "Transhumanism. Billionaires want to use tech to enhance our abilities. The outcomes could, listen, change what it means to be human. You think?" I'll quote some excerpts. "Many prominent people in the tech industry have talked about the increasing convergence, mingling, marrying between humans and machines. For example, Elon Musk has reportedly said he wants humans to merge, mingle, marry with AI to achieve a symbiosis with," is that how you pronounce it? It's not, is it? Close enough. Let me have it. "With artificial intelligence." By the way, the Bible calls it, "and the two will become one." Singularity.
This critical moment when singularity is achieved is the point of no return, where machines can match and surpass human cognitive abilities and will rapidly transform society.
And when is singularity in the definition of Ray Kurzweil going to happen?
Well, I think you were saying he's predicting 2025. I think that's reasonably accurate.
"These aims," quoting, "are inspired by an idea called transhumanism. The belief that we should use science and technology to radically enhance human capabilities and seek," and this is interesting, "to direct our own evolutionary path." Well, there's your problem right there.
Act 3. The Fleabag's hugger-mugger skullduggery. Scene 1. The Rapture.
All right, folks, we've been cleared for takeoff.
In the event we call the Rapture, Jesus receives his bride in the clouds.
Behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed in a moment, In the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast.
Meanwhile, back on Earth, everyone is wondering, where are the missing people? What? You think they were abducted by aliens?
Excuse me?
Scene 2. The arena is ready. The dress rehearsal is over. God gives Satan, the flea bag, 7 years to wrap up the show. The flea bag's ragtag show is about to begin in the big top. Shanty, it's time. Lights, please. Satan's ringer is ready and waiting in the wings to enter the world stage.
And behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And he went forth conquering and to conquer.
The flea bag hoodwinks his ringmasters into burning the cash and going digital. And as all the economies crash, he hands out the ticket to peace and safety.
But to announce the largest AI infrastructure project by far in history, and it's all taking place right here in America, announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to hear a lot about it in the future. A new American company that will invest $500 billion at least.
This new financial system will be operated and predicated upon a cashless digital economy, as evidenced by this Turning Point publication titled "The End of Cash and the Battle Over Digital Currencies." Quoting, "One concern is the potential for increased financial exclusion." Wait, you mean some people will be excluded from this cashless, digital, worldwide financial system? Yeah, that's Revelation. We just got to. Did they read Revelation 13?
And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. 666.
The final solution.
Textbook Hegelian dialectic. It's this final solution, which is the centralizing of and connecting to what's known as the Internet of Bodies. What's the Internet of Bodies? It is a mechanism for controlling and programming behavior and compliance. What you're looking at here is the Purdue University website showing a graphic of IOB, or Internet of Bodies. I want to draw your attention to the area I've circled in yellow, which states, and I quote, IOB Hub. Power management, energy harvesting. Well, have fun with that. I don't have any energy to harvest. Edge analytics, network management, on-body air communication, local monitor and control, and communication electrode. Now, on the right side, also circled in yellow, it states, and I quote, intelligence, storage, that's your data, they own, control, and analytics. And this technology is already in place and at the ready and right on schedule. Perfect timing on God's prophetic clock.
Scene 3. The pitchmen.
The thing they will remember from the COVID crisis is this is the moment when everything went digital. And if this was the moment when everything became monitored. That we agreed to be surveyed all the time.
What? Who agreed to be surveilled?
Not just in authoritarian regimes, but even in democracies. And maybe most importantly at all, this was the moment when surveillance started going under the skin.
And he causeth all to receive a mark in their right hand, or in their foreheads.
Scene 4. The flim-flam Pharmakeia. The magic potion. The English word pharmacy originates from the Greek word Pharmakeia. In the New Testament, the Greek word Pharmakeia refers to the practice of sorcery or witchcraft, often involving the use of potions, spells, and enchantments.
For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived.
The Greek word for mark is charagma. The definition is a stamp to impress and to sign or engrave. Charax in the Greek is a pointed stake, rampart, or a palisade. It shares the same word origin as charagma. Microneedles are shaped like palisades. Microneedle array patches are micron-scaled medical devices used to administer vaccines, drugs, and other therapeutic agents. The microneedle array patch is pressed into the skin, delivering a luciferase tattoo and other therapeutics. Luciferase is a generic term for the class of oxidative enzymes that produce bioluminescence, as in fireflies. The microneedles are arranged to replicate the design of the Fleabag's signet ring, for ID purposes to buy or sell in society, and then is readable with a photometer. Joey the Shill.
Humans are now hackable animals.
And Klaus Schwab has all but said basically this, almost verbatim.
Can you imagine that in 10 years when we are sitting here, we have an implant in our brains, and I can immediately feel, because you all will have implants, and we measure your brain waves, and I can immediately tell you how the people react, or I can feel how the people react to your answers. Is it imaginable?
I think that is imaginable. I think
rapid developments in artificial intelligence and synthetic biology have led some to argue that we are on the cusp of creating such possibilities. If we're really on the cusp of creating an enhanced version of humanity, we should start to ask some big questions about what being human should mean, and therefore what an enhancement of humanity should entail. And then last quote, get this. If the human is an aspiring God, that's your other problem. You're another one who will buy the lie. Like Eve did in the garden, you can be God.
Then the last revolution, which began about 500 years ago, and which we are still really just in the beginning of it, is the scientific revolution. Again, humankind gains immense new powers, such big powers that you can say they might really transform us, not only from just apes into the rulers of the planet, they might transform us into gods. And this is meant literally, not as some kind of metaphor, but humankind are now in the process of acquiring divine abilities through scientific research and technological development. If in the Bible, God creates animals and plants and humans according to his wishes, so now humankind is gaining the ability to start redesigning and creating other animals and plants and also ourselves according to our wishes. So this is the third and potentially biggest revolution of all, the scientific revolution.
The fate of the flea bag and his friends.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, "If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb." And all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the beast. And they worshipped the beast. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name.
the final curtain. What is so magical about the magic potion? The potion contains the CRISPR-Cas9 gene editing system, which is a tool for cutting and pasting DNA at a specific targeted location, any location they choose. The bottom line, the magic potion changes a human to transhuman. Jesus came to Earth to save humans, not transhumans. If you want to be saved, remain human.
Revelation 18:23. By your sorcery, speaking of the fall of Babylon, you deceived all the nations on earth, all walking in lockstep with your sorceries. Greek, Pharmakeia. English, pharmaceutical, potions, poisons, magic spells. Revelation 18:23 is a prophetic warning about the deception. And Revelation 14:11 makes it very clear in no uncertain terms that all who take the mark are damned for all eternity in hell. Is that strong? It needs to be. Here's the bottom line, which should be our sole goal in this last hour, like never before. Get Jesus to people and people to Jesus, as many as we can and as fast as we can. I tell you, there are only two kinds of people. It's not red, blue, Democrat, Republican, white, blacks. Forget that. Rubbish. They're either lost or they're saved. And when we see them through that lens, it should change everything. Because now we're seeing them through God's eyes as God sees them. Please hear me when I say, on the authority of God's word, this now is how it ends. I'm going to say the same thing in a different way. This is the end. This is how it ends. This is it. It's happening quickly and exactly according to Bible prophecy.